Some of you have started seeing the vlogs. Yes, the new wife, new life series, and you're probably wondering what is going on. Is she joking? What is really happening? If you do not wonder, you do not care, God is great. You were my target audience, okay? But if you're someone who has watched me for a long time and you just didn't know what happened, because clearly I just went from the last vlog, which was, I cannot remember, was it moving to Lagos vlog, to, you know, new wife, new life. And yeah, it's really a new life. So why don't we sit down and recap and just give context, because it's a fresh start and I'm trying to figure it out, okay? Where do I even begin this story? Where do I start from? I think the right place would be the engagement. I got engaged. Ta-da! Well, I got engaged in 2023. This is what year now? 2025, right? I got engaged 2023. Actually, the day I got engaged, I was vlogging. It was a vlogmas day. I don't know what day, whether day 1, day 2, day 3, cannot remember, but it was vlogmas. And if you've been watching me for a long time, you know that I have never been single. I have said it, that I was not single. Yes, I am. Yes, I've always been in a relationship. But the day it happened, I don't know, it was just mixed emotions, because I knew it was going to happen at some point, but I don't know if I knew it was that particular time. The conversation has been had, you know, and when it happened, I was like, oh my God, this is happening, you know. I was vlogging. I still tried to vlog. I tried to act like nothing had happened. My friends, my family, clearly, they all knew about it. But, you know, talking about it at that time wasn't something I felt I wanted to do. And I'll give you the reasons, actually. But at that time, I was processing a lot, okay? A girl is allowed to process. It's okay. You don't have to come out and scream or talk about something immediately it happens. You can always digest it, be in the emotion, feel the emotion, and talk about it when you want to talk about it. It's okay. Even if you're a content creator or influencer, you're not obligated to talk about something in real time, okay? So yes, the engagement happened. Thank you. Why am I anxious? Oh my God, my heart is still beating. I don't know. This is so cringe. When the engagement happened, I knew that I wasn't going to talk about it on social media till after the wedding. I just knew that was going to be me. I did vlog, or had planned that I would vlog, do a lot of things, create the content, and the first content you see after the wedding will be the wedding series, okay? That was supposed to be the first video you see this year. But as God will have it, things happened, not negative things. Not like the wedding did not happen. It did. Everything happened, but I just wasn't in a place where I felt like I wanted to share. A lot of things were going on, and I'm not someone that knows how to pretend. I'm not someone that knows how to come here. If I don't know what I'm doing, I will keep it to myself and deal with it. I don't like to talk about something, or when I'm confused, when I don't know what to do, I don't like to talk about it on internet. So at the time when I wasn't sure what I was doing, early this year, eventually when the other videos come out, it probably will make more sense. But at that time, I was like, I don't think I want to talk about this anymore. Secondly, I did not even know. I was so overwhelmed. I didn't know how to put the videos together, because unfortunately, my plan again was to start editing the vlogs or the videos as they were happening in real time. But you know, life happens, work happens. I did a lot last year. I was working up until my wedding, few days to my wedding, okay? I was working. I was in Lagos for the most part of last year. Not most part, but towards the end of the year, which is where the wedding, you know, things are like heightened and stuff. I was working. I was like full on, head on work, trying to get myself together. So there was a lot. I feel like immediately after the wedding, my body broke down. Mentally, emotionally, I felt all types of way. I felt like I was transitioning into this new phase, and there was so much to do, and I had put so much pressure on myself to come back to social media with this information, do this, do that, come back. Like I was already coming back to come and start posting back to back, but you know, I could not do any of that by the time I came back to Abuja. I couldn't do any of that. I was trying to, you know, move into a new place and live there. I've known this person for years, but it's still different, okay? Even if you dated somebody for a while. Marriage is still different. Okay, I was leaving everything I knew, my house, my former place, you know, my name, not necessarily my name, but like it's different, you know. My parents are like forfeiting me. Like nobody, if they want to ask about me, it's like your husband. They call your husband and say, "Oh, is she fine? What's going on?" It's like that is now your new family. You know, this person is now your new family, and it was just a lot to process. So when I got in, I wanted to start bringing out the vlogs. I want to start editing, but I wasn't in that place mentally. My partner, my husband, which is still weird for me to say, oh my God, guys, I will talk about why this is hard in a minute. But he was of the opinion that since I wasn't there yet, you know, I haven't found my voice. I haven't found the strength, the courage. I'm saying courage like it's supposed to be some crazy thing that I wanted to know. But I haven't just found how to put everything together. He said, you know what, why don't you leave that and start vlogging where you are? Just start creating where you are, because at the end of the day, this is something that gives you joy. This is something you derive so much happiness and joy from. Why don't you just start creating? Yes, people might not have context. Yes, people might not even understand. Yes, people might not even give a damn. Wow, just wow. This is why creating in Nigeria is so hard. But I'm not going to allow that to stop me from this conversation. Let us continue. Sorry for the bad audio. But he was like, you know what, just start creating. Yes, you're married, you're in a new place, create from there, okay? If people ask, eventually you talk about it. If nobody cares, fine, just continue, just keep doing, okay? Keep doing. So that was what I started doing, okay? I came back on social media and I started creating just from the place I was, and I started creating the new wife, new life vlogs, which great. Thankfully, you know, people don't really, I mean, only a couple of people have actually sent me DMs. Some people don't even believe it's real. Some people are like, CJ, what's going on? Are you are you kidding? Are you joking? But yeah, that's how that happened. Okay, so it wasn't my intention not to talk about it. It's just that as life would go the way life would go, I just couldn't put it out the way and the time I wanted to put it out. Even this video was supposed to be something entirely different. But again, man plans and God replans. How do they say it? No, so
Man proposes, but God disposes.
Sorry, that was such a wrong quote. I feel so dumb. Man proposes and God what disposes. Thank you. At least you understand what I was trying to say. So yeah, that's that about the engagement. Hopefully I still have clips. I would definitely insert.
Please let me know you're fucking alive. Like, I've called you. Like, I haven't heard back from you. I love you.
Questions like how did you meet your spouse? We met on social media. We met on Instagram, actually. He sent me a DM. So yeah, reply or respond to your DMs, guys. Things are happening there. But to be fair, we did go to the same school, okay? We went to the same university. We were not friends in uni, actually, but he was friends with my cousin, right? And my cousin had introduced me to him when I was in my year one. I don't actually have memories of this particular story, but he has it, okay? He has it, they have it, they can remember clearly when this conversation and meeting happened, but I obviously I blanked out or something. I don't know. You know how young I was in year one? That's like how many years ago? 10 years ago, that's when we met for the first time or something. So it's been a long time, and after that we did not, you know, I didn't know him or see him in school. He just happened to send me a DM one time on Instagram. He was even responding to his story. That's what is crazy. It wasn't like, hey, what's up? How are you doing? You know, you look good, kind of thing. It wasn't any of that. He just responded. I think I had posted something about YouTube. See, take your career seriously. To also be fair, I did think he was someone else. This same cousin of mine had introduced me to another person. My cousin is notorious for introducing people, but he had introduced me to somebody else, and they were both in the same career. Is it career that we call it? The same, yeah, career, because what you study in school is what you now end up doing after. So the person he had introduced me also studied the same thing he studied, you know. So this particular person I thought he ended up not being the person. So the reason why I even answered him was because when I went through his profile, I was like, oh, okay, I think I know this person. And I knew that this person went to the same school. But the funny thing is that he was not the person. He was not the person that I thought he was. And he, knew me from the same cousin, same uni. We had met briefly one time in my year 1, but we had no other conversation aside that. So he was not the person I thought he was actually. But yeah, that's essentially how we met. From there, the DMs, we went to WhatsApp. We started talking, and we became friends for a long ass time before we ever ventured into dating. So yeah, that's the backstory. Never knew a day will come when I'll talk about this on social media. Isn't that crazy? The real question now becomes, CJ, why has it been difficult for you to talk about it on social media, or why haven't you spoken about it before? First things first, I am not obligated to speaking about anything. Secondly, I came from a conservative home, okay, a very conservative home. And when I say conservative, I grew up in deeper life. Yeah, like we were very conservative. So we were not, I don't know, I never grew up, I was never allowed to have even male friends. It wasn't like if I have a male friend, they'll beat me up. But you can't have, and if you do, it's not something to be proud of or something to come and start posting or talking about publicly. So I've always learned to keep that part of my life private, Now it's funny that everybody now expects you to talk about your man, talk about your husband, it's funny when I hear even my family, my dad, my aunties, when they ask me, kedo digi, kema kadigi, I'm like, huh? Are we supposed to have that kind of conversation? Because I remember that they could flog the living daylight out of me if I even happened to have a male friend. So I just always was very conservative about that part of me. So now everybody just expects you to just go from not having a man, not having a boyfriend, not having anything, to just getting married and everything's supposed to be normal. Hell to the no, that's not how it works, okay? My psychology has already been very keep it. I don't know PDA. Is it PDA? Public? Yes, I don't do PDA. I don't understand it. I don't even know how to function in that environment. So yeah, that's basically it. It's just, the first things first is the conservative nature of my background, okay? I grew up in a place where there's certain things that should not just see the limelight. So that was why it was first difficult for me to start posting things on social media, even posting your boyfriend. Like I do not support people that post their arms and legs and things like that, but somehow I find myself doing that, not because of the reason that most people do it for, like doing it to protect or hide their man, or it's not for that. It's just that it's still new, it's foreign territory, okay? I'm still shy. I still feel awkward to think that, or to imagine that someone thinks I live with a man. It's foreign territory, okay? So I still don't know how to navigate it. I'm trying. If I take pictures, they're all in my phone, my camera, my laptop, for my use, for my children's use. I can also change and be that person. That's the thing about life, we grow, we evolve. So I don't know what might happen tomorrow, and I'll just be someone who suddenly likes PDA. I'm looking forward to seeing that girl, because this girl now doesn't see herself like that. So if I ever become the girl who is always posting, like I'll just start posting him, we're posting everywhere. That's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing her if she ever comes alive, okay? So yeah, that's the first reason why. Secondly, I also felt a sudden type of pressure, which is why I even wanted to talk about this, because I realized that I don't talk a lot, and a lot of people don't know me, and for someone who's trying to build a community and also to speak to someone like me, I don't communicate as much as I would want to. So I'm someone who is very ambitious. I'm someone who is very passionate about the things I do. I'm someone who wants to see, like, there's a deep sense of joy I feel when I create. There's a deep sense of joy when I work. This is not about money, because when I tell you that, even with my business, it's because of my husband, my friends, people that I've started employing, that I started learning how to even charge, because there are a lot of things I can do for free. Like, that's how I know how passionate I am about it, because I can do some of these things, a lot of them for free. Like, I've not earned from YouTube in how many years before I got monetized, you know, but I would still do it because I love it so much. Even if it wasn't paying me, I would do it. When I say YouTube as a presenter. I am a presenter, but I've kind of hidden that part of me because of life, because of a lot of challenges I faced at some point in my life. So yeah, I think I've hidden that part. Hopefully, not hopefully, I'm working towards reviving that girl, because she's now very much hidden. But I am a presenter. I started off, what am I saying wanted, like it's past tense. I want to own a TV show. You know, I want to produce. I've seen that. I am a presenter, filmmaker. I love documentaries. I love stories. I love telling stories. That is who I am core. And that is why YouTube began. That is the essence. I did not start this because of vlogs. I said it's because of that, you know, but as times and things and challenges, money, life, moving from here to there, being a student, trying to navigate life, COVID, there was always one thing or the other. I've, you know, evolved with time, and that is how I've ended up being where I am now. So at the time when I got engaged, I'm not gonna lie, I had a sense, I was a bit scared because I thought that my younger self had given myself an ultimatum, maybe not an ultimatum, but an age. You know how when we were young, you say, okay, when I clock 22, I'm going to have a car. When I clock 23, I'm going to be in abroad, or I'm going to be living in Switzerland, or when I'm 24, I'm going to have 2 kids. Same applied to me. I've put this pressure on myself that before I get married, I should have reached a certain point in my career. I should have achieved a certain level of success in my career. So when marriage came, now mind you, I'm someone who, I think I've said it in a video before, that I don't believe in choosing, because most times if you're in this line of work, entertainment is something that most people in entertainment don't end up getting married. Now, marriage is a very big conversation. I'm not even coming here to talk about it, but I was very specific with my goals to God. Like I said, you know what, I don't want to be someone who chooses. I don't want to choose career. I don't want to choose love and having a partner. I want to have both, okay? And now I had someone who was everything I wanted in a partner, someone who fulfilled and satisfied my soul. But I felt like I wasn't there yet for me to, I was like, oh my God, I haven't achieved this. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. Oh my God. There was a lot going on in my head. And this was pressure from within. Pressure to have gotten a certain level of subscribers. Pressure to have gotten a certain level of money for my show, you know, pressure to have maybe probably already been on TV. There was just a lot going on, and it was difficult to have this conversation with anybody because most people will not understand. Some people can easily misinterpret this thing I'm saying. Some people can say, oh, maybe you're choosing one or the other. Are you not giving away your career for marriage? Because if you know, marriage, from what we've seen, is once you get married, it kind of deters you from your path. I don't know if this is everybody has seen or heard this, but I've always seen marriage as an institution that kind of limits women. Okay, yeah, so that's how I had that at the back of my mind. I knew I wanted difference, but see, you still have that fear at the back of your mind. So I was scared. Yeah, I really was pressured that, hey, I'm entering an institution that limits women, and I haven't even gotten to anywhere for me to be limited, you know? That's how I felt. It was wild. But thankfully, again, I feel like next to salvation, the next best decision you're going to make is who you marry, who your spouse, whether marriage, partner, boyfriend, whatever, who your spouse is. Next best decision, okay? It was good because he saw that, he understood that, and he helped me navigate it. He helped me navigate through it. It was one of the reasons why I moved to Lagos last year, because he said, yes, we're getting married. Most people did not support. My parents did not understand what the hell I was doing. Girl, you are getting married in a couple of months. Why are you going to Lagos? I was overworked, you know? But he said, this is something you like, marriage or no marriage, go for it. You know, go and do this, go and explore, go and see if there's a path there for you, go and see what you can get from this. So he's been someone who, you know, he's someone who always supports every decision, especially work. Like, it just helps me, it just makes life easier. So yeah, that's the second reason. I don't want to go deeper into it, but yeah, it was just a couple of pressure from myself, you know, trying to make sure that I do this, achieve this, achieve this, achieve this. And I was like, wait, why do I think I cannot achieve these things even when I'm married? Why do I think that I cannot continue to do YouTube when I'm married? Why do I think that, you know, I know that society, or, you know, your upbringing, or like what you've seen growing up has made you think this is how it's supposed to be, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, and your case is going to not be the same, clearly. So why are you so bothered, and why is it stressing you and making you have sleepless nights and just like, you know, yeah, that's it. He was just able to support me, push me, and help me navigate the transition, you know, from single girlfriend to getting engaged, and now to even being a whole ass wife. Child, I still don't even believe it. I don't even remember transitioning into this phase. There's so much, what do we call it now? There's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of expectations. Expectations is the word. For example, there was a day I did not wear my ring, and I posted a picture, and an auntie had called me to say if everything was fine. And I said, what do you mean by that? Like, if everything is fine, like, you know, you're not posting, you don't even wear your ring. I was like, wow, like, I did not know. Like, we don't see these things as anything. It was just interesting, you know. Same applies to when I was engaged. People, every time I say I'm engaged, the first things first, they look at my hand, and then when you're not wearing the ring, there's like, are you really engaged? Do I understand their reaction? I do. But there's also somebody like me. I know that there's someone, I know I'm not the only person. There are people like me who don't remember, who genuinely, you know, this is not, I feel like I don't even have the right words. Just know that if you're someone like me, you find yourself in a similar situation, or you happen to ever find yourself in a similar situation, you're not alone. It is normal. It doesn't mean anything. Just like when people don't post their spouse on social media, it does not mean anything is happening, or they're not happy, or that something is wrong. It's social media. Yeah, I don't always assume that everything is negative, because it's not. That was off track, because that's not even the point of this conversation. But yeah, that's really what happened. There's a lot of videos, but I'm trying to find the voice to also tell the stories the way I want to tell the stories. So till I find my voice, I do hope that you stick around. I don't know why I'm acting weird, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you know, I'm going to try to talk more, try to share more, try to connect more, tell you more, because there's certain things I want to talk about. I feel like, you know, most people, it's very difficult for me to find people like me, and I want to share that part of me more, so that someone who is also like me, or someone who has somebody like me, can learn from or see themselves in me. That is the point of all of this, while navigating career, wifehood, humanhood, everything. Just keep bringing you along and doing it authentically. So yeah, my battery has come to an end. It has actually finished, and thankfully we are almost at the end of this video. I will still keep on bringing out more videos. Stick around for the new wife, new vlog series. Stick around for the wifepreneur series. You know, being a wife, being a career woman, trying to navigate my career, trying to navigate everything. Like, stick around. I'm so excited for this new phase, fresh starts, whatever we'll call it, and I'm so happy to bring it along. If you've started watching the vlogs, thank you for working with me till now. Wait, did I say my name? Oh my god, I did not say my name. Hi, my name is CJ. This is what happens here, okay? It's all fun and vibes, but if this is your first time seeing this face, my name is CJ. Nice to have you here. Please subscribe, like the video, join the family. There's a couple of playlists on the channel. Go and watch, try to catch up, you know, see what is happening. There's better videos coming. I just wanted to use this to like give context to what is currently happening and why, what and why. Thank you so much for watching. My battery is actually about to die. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.